Welcome back, everybody. My name is Mr. Seth, and I hope that you have been playing a bunch of songs. This far into the series that we're learning how to play our ukuleles. We've learned about the parts of the ukulele. We've learned how to tune our ukuleles and how to use a tuner. We've learned the strings. We've learned some chords on the frets, right? We've learned a C, an A minor, an F, and a G chord. We've learned how to read chord charts, chord sheets. That's what we learned. A lot of people use chord sheets when they're playing this ukulele. So I hope that you'll spend some time going on to Ultimate Guitar. You can find that link in the last video, and spending some time learning some songs, and learn the songs that you like. You have certain songs that you really like. Go learn those songs and have fun with this instrument. Okay? I'm excited to dive in to our last couple of lessons. We've learned a lot so far, guys. Okay, we're gonna dive into learning a little bit more about timing, and so we're gonna review some rhythm things and some time signatures. Okay, so what is this? Anybody tell me? Okay, this is 4/4 time signature. Okay, remember, what does this mean? It means we're counting to 4. That's it. That's all it's saying. Okay. Hey, everybody, we're counting to 4. That's what this means. Okay. Now we have these four notes right here. Okay, these four beats. Okay, that we're counting. When we're counting in rhythm, these things are called beats. Okay, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are beats, right? So we've learned that before. But we're going to learn some other words. Okay, so watch this. This word tempo or BPM. Do you guys remember that? Tempo means how fast you're going. So if my speed is 80, okay, BPM, do you remember what that stands for? Beats per minute, okay? That tells us how fast we're going to be counting to here. If it's 160 beats per minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's 60 beats per minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? So it's all how fast you're going. Okay. Now, when we talk about these beats, okay, each of these are a beat. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4 beats. Okay, if I went like this, 1, 2, 3, how many beats is that? 3 beats. Okay, but every time we count to 4, so this whole thing, okay, we call it a measure. Okay, can you say measure? We call it a measure, or we call it a bar. Okay, so if I said count 1 bar, that means like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 bar. If I said count 2 bars, that's like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I went like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many bars is that? Okay, that's 2. It's 2 bars because I counted to 4 2 times. But how many beats was that? Okay, it was 8. Okay, so it was 2 measures or bars, okay, but it was 8 beats. That makes sense? Okay, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, is that 1 measure? Yes. Is it 4 beats? Yes. Is it 1 bar? Yes. Okay, so measure and bar mean the same thing, but beats is just counting each one of these individually. Okay, so that's really important to know. I'm going to refer sometimes to a measure or a bar. If I said, hey, let's strum a C chord and an F chord, okay? Ooh. So we have a C chord and we have an F chord. If I said, let's strum a C chord for one measure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's strum an F chord for one measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what if I said, let's strum a C chord and an F chord for half a measure each? Okay, so only up until here. That would mean going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense? Like you're just switching halfway through the measure. You're not holding it out for a whole count of 4. I hope that makes sense. Okay, but we're also going to talk about these different kinds of notes now. Okay, so these notes right here, these are called fourth notes, or you'll hear people refer to them as quarter notes. Okay? So these 4, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, what kind of notes are those? Those are fourth notes or quarter notes. Okay? But what if I said that underneath those notes, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, that in between those notes, there are other notes that are hiding. Okay? Watch. If I go like this, we're going to talk about eighth notes, which hide in between. And I don't know if you guys have ever counted eighth notes before, but you're not counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we're doing. Instead, we go in between these notes, okay, and we put this symbol. Now, you guys might know this symbol as a plus sign or a cross, okay, but in music, this is called and, okay? Just like the word and. So when we count this, it goes like this. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You see what I did? I just switched back and forth between counting fourth notes and eighth notes. Okay? This is really, really important because we can also strum these, which makes our strums start to sound a little bit more full, right? So if I said, hey, let's strum 2 measures, okay, 2 counts of 4, of C, and then 2 measures of F. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2. Remember, we're strumming like this. We've learned to do in the last couple lessons. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 measures. 2, 3, and then we switch. 2, 3, 4. So what kind of notes am I counting right now? If I count like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those are quarter notes or fourth notes. And then F, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? But if I want to strum eighth notes, okay, this is a little bit harder. It's a little bit faster right here. But we go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so we're just strumming down but a little bit faster, okay? So it goes like this. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, how many measures was that? If I went 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's only one measure because I'm still only counting to 4 one time, okay? So if I go like this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. How many measures was that? It was 2, okay? So if I go like this, C, okay, here's my C chord. I'm going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and here we go. C, 2 and 3 and 4 and F and 2 and 3 and 4 and C and 2 and 3 and 4 and F and 2 and 3 and 4 and C. Okay, great job. I hope that that finger isn't hurting. Remember, if it's hurting, it means you're turning your wrist or you're bending this wrong. Just really go slow. Try to figure out why it's not just hitting your fingernail, okay? So that was really good, everybody. These are eighth notes. Now we're going to talk about something called 16th notes. And I know that this is a lot of information, but you can do it, okay? I know you can. Ready? 16th notes are hidden in between the eighth notes. Wow, that's a lot, right? So watch, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to write these little spaces in between, okay? And it's a little bit harder to say because it's a lot faster, but we're going to go like this. This is 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay, so let me just clarify. E and 1 E and 2 E and the faster that you go, you need to be able to count it slow like that. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay? And you see how when I'm counting it, I'm making the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm making those a little bit louder. So when I count, when I'm talking, I'm saying 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and really practicing that it is really, really important, okay? So let's count fourth notes, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now eighth notes. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 16th notes. Ready? 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and back to fourth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Eighth notes. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's a lot, right? Okay, you guys are doing really good. The faster you go, when you get really fast, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. And you have to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah, it can get really hard, okay? But you guys understand that the fourth notes always stay the biggest. And then it goes the eighth notes in between those. And then in between the eighth notes are the 16th notes, okay? That's really, really important. Now, when we bring that on the ukulele, let me show you this. When we bring that on the ukulele, the fourth notes, we've been strumming already. How do we strum those? They're all down strums, okay? So we already know how to do this. These are fourth. Eighth is the same thing, except we're adding on, okay? So we're adding more in between, okay? So when we strum like this, it goes like this. We have this shape, okay? We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are fourth notes. But strumming eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? 16th notes are a little bit harder, okay? I'm going to try to write this in here. We're going to stay with this thing. Same exact thing. All the eighth notes stay the same. Oh, hold on. Sorry, that last one's hard. But now we add in something scary. It's an up strum, okay? Like this. This is 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and Does that make sense? So the way that we're going to do it, watch this. When I strum eighth notes, look at my hand. It has to go like this, because if I'm going to strum down and then I want to strum down again, I have to come up. See that? I have to come up. So my hand is going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But what we need to do now is just with the tip of this finger, okay? The very tip of this finger right here. Not with our thumb, because our thumb isn't going to touch the strings at all. But with this tip of our finger, we're going to go like this. Down, up. Okay, really light. Don't do this. That's not it. Okay, we don't want to go hard. We want to just go light. And just bring your hand up, but let your finger drag just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to play for a little bit. Try to play along with me. 1 and 2 and, or this would be 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. Just go slow. Try to match them. Really try to match me. 1 E and 2 E and E and 4 E and I'm just holding a C chord. Try to go faster. That's the concept of fourth notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to play a progression of just C and F back and forth, okay? We're going to start with fourth notes, and we're going to play it a full time through. We'll do 2 times through, okay? And then we'll go to eighth notes 2 times through, and then 16th notes 2 times through, okay? We're going to hold it for a whole measure each, so we're going to count to 4 on each of these, okay? Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, start with a C, ready? And C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, back to C, 2, 3, 4, and F. Now we're going to switch to eighth notes, ready? Don't speed up. C, and 2, and 3, and 4, and F. Just down strums, don't go up right now, just down strums. Now 16th notes, ready? Down, up, 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 switch. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a... I know it's hard, you can do it. Try to keep up. Ready? We're going to go back to the fourth notes. And 1, 2, 3, good. And then F, 2. Let's do this whole thing one more time. Ready? C, sorry. 3, 4, and F. Remember, we're strumming like this. Don't strum with your thumb. Ready? Eighth note, and 2, and 3, and 4, and F, and 3, and 4, and C, 2, and 3, and 4, and F, 2, and 3, and 16th notes. 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 on F, and a 4 E and a C E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a F, 2 E and a 3 E and a ended on a C. Woo! Okay, great job, you guys. That's a lot. I know it's hard, but from here, strumming gets so much funner, okay? It gets easier and fun, but it takes practice at this point, okay? And when we go to a song like Riptide, okay? I can strum it like this. Lady running down to the dark side. And that's me strumming fourth notes. But I can also strum it with eighth notes, okay? That sounds like this. Lady running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. Does that make sense? I can also strum it with 16th notes. Lady running down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. So as long as I'm keeping the right tempo, I can play fourth notes, eighth notes, or 16th notes. It doesn't matter. It's up to me what I think sounds the best. So what I want you to do right now, go back to all the songs you've been playing on Ultimate Guitar and the ones that you've learned this since the last lesson, and I want you to spend some time trying to strum each of them with fourth notes, and then each of them with eighth notes, and then each of them with 16th notes, and see which one sounds good. Now remember, count. That's the biggest thing. You have to count. Work on counting out loud. Work on 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and you guys are going to do great on this, okay? Keep practicing. I'll see you in the next lesson.